music was working until I stopped it. Yes. The music was working until I stopped it. Okay, great. All right. Hi. Let me know if either the volumes are if I'm too quiet or if the music is too loud because I really can't tell. Um, yeah, I got kind of a late start today. I was all set up, and then I have an errand that I run every morning going through town, and there was someone's dog was just in the road, so I had to see if I could sort that out. There was also a big frog. I think it was a green frog. It was like fist-sized frog. I don't know, frogs and dogs in the road is weird. So I'm kind of all discombobulated now. But I hope you're all doing good. Enjoying Friday. I haven't made any progress on this since Monday because I've been busy with my other character, but I'm pretty much done with that one. I just got to do like a few final post-processing tweaks, I think, I hope, so that I can really go all at it with this one. Yeah, I just have to bear with me while I finish getting set up. Let's see.
We gave it generous passenger space for ultimate comfort. With the Prologue SUV, we've made it easy to go electric. Visit your local Honda dealer and get a great offer today.
I don't remember where I was. Where did I leave off?
A hit. No matter how you slice it.
Sculpting the clouds. We have a lurker. Let me know if you can hear me and the music, if that's all at the right volumes. It's time to stop waiting. Or maybe I'll keep waiting. Stop. This looks like music is a bit loud and your voice is a bit soft. Probably both. I'll turn the music down a little bit. Hopefully that'll help. I'll try to talk louder too. I can't turn my volume up anymore, unfortunately. It's not a new headset, but it's a new headset for me, so I'm hoping it'll improve my talking audio, but it might just make me really quiet. We'll see. Hell yeah. I think maybe today I will focus on the hair. I'm kind of having a hard time deciding what I want to focus on, but um, the hair seems doable right now. Bounce is still a bit off. Music is quite loud too. Okay, hold on. I'll turn it down a lot because I don't really want to have to yell. How's that? Can you hear me well now, or still is the music still too loud? Okay, great. Yeah, so there was this, I was just in town and there was this like golden retriever, golden lab, I'm not really sure. It was like golden fluffy. So I think golden retriever, really pretty dog, but it was just wandering around in the middle of the road, following me and getting, just stopping in the middle of the road and all the cars going by were like, what do we do now? Probably everyone thought it was my dog. Um, and yeah, that's just exciting adventures. It made me very scared. I didn't want the dog to get hit, but it was a cute dog. I really liked the dog. They didn't have a name or anything on the collar, just a phone number, and no one picked up at the phone number. So I went back and the dog was gone, so hopefully they got him. How's everyone's Friday going? Doing anything fun today? Doing any cool new projects, or having fun plans for the weekend? I don't personally. I'm kind of planning on working on this probably mostly this weekend. I am, let's see, this weekend. I guess it's not for a little for a month still, but I'm looking at going to Lightbox um, in Pasadena in late October. Just started looking at that. It's pretty far away from me, but at least it is in the same country. It looks pretty cool. They've got a lot of panels that are pretty interesting. It seems more, it's for all artists, but it's not about game dev. It's about like artists and entertainment in general. And it seems like a lot of the panels are more focused on like concept art, 2D art, storyboarding, and like the film side of entertainment. So it's maybe not perfect for like 3D modelers. Like I saw like maybe there were two things actually about 3D modeling, but I mean it still looks cool. And for you CG Spectrum people, there's going to be a group of CG Spectrum people. They're organizing that, so cool chance to meet your colleagues. So it's cool. And I have family sort of in that area, so I can visit them too, so it's cool. I don't remember what I'm doing. I can't talk and work at the same time apparently. What am I doing? Someone tell me what I'm doing. Oh, I'm fixing the geometry. Right. I haven't ever been to like a modeling or art conference sort of thing before though, so if any of you guys have, um, I'd love to hear about it because it's kind of intimidating to me. I don't travel much. I don't I don't go to anything ever. I kind of live in the middle of nowhere, so there aren't a lot of opportunities, and I'm a little afraid of flying. So it's kind of like I never get out and do stuff. So if anyone has any experience with this, I'd love to hear about it. Like, have you been to any conferences? Can't talk and work at the same time. Sounds like a perfect combo as a streamer now. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, you can hear me. I sort of stop mid-sentence sometimes just because I'm thinking about what I'm doing in the sculpt instead of what I'm saying. Um, it's it's rough, but we get through it. Her hair is taking on like a I'm thinking like 80s perm sort of look. It's not really what I was going for. And then it looks like a mushroom from behind or from the side. We'll figure something out, but it's gonna look nasty until I get there. So I should just have fun, do some sculpting, just chill out. Tell you what, this is a heck of a lot more fun than the little gold bits are gonna be. I think I'll do that entirely in Maya, apart from like the detailing. I think that'll be easier than trying to use like Z Modeler. So I can make the basic shape and then add these. No, I'll make the basic shape in Maya, then take it to ZBrush and just do like these little blobby engraving sort of things. I think that'll be easiest. Um, even, sorry, there's a truck in my driveway. I'm not gonna worry about it. Even like these, I think I'll do in Maya, um, because then I won't have to try to get all those straight bits. I don't like using ZModeler. I think it's a waste of time, at least for me personally, because I can do the same thing in Maya faster, and yeah, it's a little bit of work to go back and forth between software, especially since I don't have the GoZ set up. Um, is that what it's called? Don't let Scree hear you say that. I don't was that ZModeler is a waste of time? I don't remember. Um, it's just I'm faster in Maya, so I'm just gonna go for it. I've said something bad. It's probably that I don't like Z Modeler and I think it's a waste of time. Number one Z Modeler fan. Oh, you have me muted. Yes. What can I say? I just like Maya better. That's all. I like my software. I like dedicated software to what I'm doing. I don't like ZBrush pretending it's something it's not. I'm gonna get fired. It's her middle name on your ZBrush spreadsheet. It is a fun word, like Z Modeler. I love how every time ZBrush does something on their own, they're like, we're gonna call it this, but we're gonna put a Z on the beginning of it, and then it'll be ours. They're so cute. can't figure out the flow of this. It's kind of, well, it's not like hair, so it feels very wrong, but it's also just difficult I haven't got it right. This isn't right. Let's start over. Got kind of, this is like the main thing, and then a big swoopy. And I still haven't decided if for the final version of this, if I'll just do it as one mesh like I'm doing it right now, or if I'm going to start using separate subtools to get like crisp edges. Normally I would use separate subtools for hair, but this is just so gaseous and ethereal that I think it might look better as one subtool, all kind of blended into itself. I'm not sure sharp lines here are going to serve me well. Tell the fancy people I said that. Everyone's the fancy people. No, who are the fancy people? Making me nervous. The ones on the ZBrush dev team. You will not. Absolutely not. You won't be doing that. Tell them I think it's cute that they put a Z on the beginning of all their tools. Don't tell them anything else. Z dev. Yes, exactly. I would believe if you told me they actually call themselves that, I would 100% buy it. Alright, so we got that lump, which is kind of what I'm doing there. So it needs to be taller on the right and shorter on the left. Kind of like one thing. I'm making it into two. It's really kind of just one like that. And then it goes over more to the side. I'm using really specific technical language here with the left and the lump and kind of to the side over there. It's still giving 80s perm to me though. I'm usually of the opinion that you shouldn't ever start with the hair, that it should be one of the last things you do, because if you need the hair to cover up like the head or parts of the face, like for example the eyebrows, if you need the eyebrows on the face to make it look like a face, then your face isn't really good enough. Um, So personally, I actually don't usually go in on the hair this early. I guess I'm just kind of worried about it because it is a confusing thing. It's a little more, it's well, it's not like hair, you know. So it's kind of something that's on my mind already, so I want to be doing it just to so I can stop worrying about it. But generally speaking, I don't like starting with the hair, or I mean, obviously I'm not starting, but even going this early on in the hair, I think it's kind of a, a cop out maybe. Like if you gotta hide behind the hair, maybe your sculpting's not very good. But then again, when it's sculpted hair like this, maybe if your hair sculpting's not good, you can't really hide behind that either. I can't figure this out. Little blobby guy. We got this one is that, and this is kind of that, and then the blob goes behind. Okay, yeah, so I'm on the right track, but they're in the wrong place. Are you going to sculpt this project fully on model? And I don't know the term. I'm racking my brain trying to think what that would mean, but I'm not sure. Could you clarify, please? If you were to overlay your final result and the concept art, you see like zero difference. Um, Ignore me speaking Dutch. Yeah, so what I normally do is I do try to get pretty close to like the posed reference in the end. So, you know, I'll work on this one on the unposed if I'm fortunate enough to have a concept with both unposed and posed character. Um, I would try to make it match this pretty well. But like if it has slight differences, I'm not gonna go crazy because it is, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like it matters that much, but I'll do a little bit. Oh no, wait, no, I can't speak that. Bless you. Don't be rude. Oh, but it sounds very nice out loud, even if it does look a little bit like sneezing reading it. Did you manage to understand with your African's root? Oh, interesting. No, I buried those. Bury your roots, assimilate, become one with England. I wish I knew what you were saying. It's like lazy Dutch? Huh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they had similarities. Learn something new every day. We took Dutch and it removed like 50% of the letters. Well, I mean, to a native English speaker, I would say maybe Dutch doesn't need that many letters. So I kind of like what you did there. I think that was a good call. At least we're not the Germans, they're even worse. That's true. Germans just combine every word in the dictionary and call it a language. Does anyone here speak German, perchance? I have a question for people who know German very well, but I don't know if it. It's so okay. My last name Ficus. It's German. It's a German name. Comes from I've got a lot of German ancestry. As far as I understand, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to ask it. So some people say it's go and fuck it, and some people say it's just fucks. Um, but it's an interesting question. What exactly it translates to? Because I don't know any German. I know, I know like, no, I really don't know any German. But yeah, I've had fun with like German foreign exchange students hear my name. They always laugh. Um, and obviously, like at CG Spectrum, there are lots of people who speak German, so no one ever comments on it though. I want to fuck. Yeah. So you add an S on the end and that makes it fucks, right? Because surely it's that simple. I'm curious where it comes from. There's a lot of like there's an old tale that it was like, when taxes were introduced and everyone needed a last name so that they could be taxed, they were all grouchy about it, and so they all came up with like crass, crude surnames. That sounds pretty made up to me, as funny as it would be. Um, but it's interesting. Name Ficus itself doesn't translate to a single word. Americanized form of the German name Ficus. Oh, did you just rattle that off the top of your head? See, my sister had a Latin teacher who always called her Ficus. So Google, yeah. That's fun too. Not as fun as your name meaning fuck though. I enjoyed it in college a lot because I had a professor who was, well, this is mean. I had a professor who didn't like uh any profanity, but I was always signing my art because he was an art professor. I was always signing my works, ficus. And well, I don't know. It sounds mean in retrospect. I always thought it was funny. Your last name literally translates to from the fields. That's fun though. That's like um well, it's not like hobbits because hobbits are from the woods, but it feels like a hobbit kind of name, like from the fields, from the forest, from the stone. Your first name means stone. You're stone. You're a rock in the field. Yeah, and your last name is Courage. That's so fun. I feel like I would be using that all the time. Like if I were afraid to be doing something and my last name were Courage, I'd be like, well, I have to just buck up and do it. I assume you do that all the time. Like it's literally your name, not even your middle name. It's your last name. You gotta take that seriously, man. It would have originated from carriages and carriage makers. Oh, huh. So did courage originally mean carriage, or has it just been like bastardized? We we had some scaly people in history. Well, courage is more fun than carriage. Still church. Wait, you're serious? What what are you saying? I need more. Explain. Tell me the story. This is really good entertainment, me reading a Wikipedia article and not saying anything at all. This guy is your ancestor. That's crazy that you even like have the historical records to know that you're related to this guy. Sir John Horsey. What an amazing name. Sir John Horsey. Is that him? Sir John Horsey? Are you related to Sir John Horsey? No, yeah, there we go. This guy's my ancestor. Horsey is, I shit you not, part of the courage tree. Horsey carrot. Oh, he wasn't really a knight? Come on. That's so disappointing. Are you related to any knights? He won the title deeds to the church and his knight status from gambling. Well, that's really a knight. It's just a kind of dishonorable one. Just one you wouldn't be proud of. He then sold the church back to the people for a lot of money, but kept all the lead? Do you like the lead, the metal in the building? Huh. I guess it's worth a look. What's this guy doing? What's his deal? What are you doing, horsey? The bell's the roof and all that he still owned. Oh, I see. So he it's not like he took it, he remained part of the building, but he only sold everything but the lead. Why? What did that gain him? You also have a relative involved with Guy Fawkes. That is cool. I'm related to Daniel Boone. I think he's a distant cousin, and there's I want to say Pat Benatar, but that might be wrong. But it's all, really distant. Everyone had to be nice to him. Oh no! Well, you're here now. We're talking about Heather's crazy ancestry and her relative horsey carriage, John Horsey. And on my mother's side, someone was burned at the stake for being a witch. Wow. There are a lot of I feel like there are a lot of people saying like, "Oh, if I were living during the witch trials, I would have been burned." And like it's kind of a joke almost, but like you can really say that. Like someone related to you actually was burned at the stake. That's crazy. Much later, her family got thrown out of England for being outspoken against the church. Wow. That's kind of cool actually. If you got to be banished for something, like that's a good reason. Well, I guess it depends on the time period. It seems like typically the church was doing some kind of crummy stuff to people, so I'm gonna trust that was a good reason. Story time was great, exactly. Tell me the one. Tell me again. Tell me the story of horsey carriage. We love horsey carriage. Horsey name stayed with my family, my dad, then my mom vetoed using it. Oh, that's no fun. I want to be horsey. Who wouldn't want to be horsey? Did you know you can just legally change your name anytime you want? You could become horsey again. Actually, I don't know what the laws are in England. What am I saying? I assume you can. Charge 50 quid and you have bills. Yeah, that's how they get you, isn't it? You gotta pay 50 bucks just to be horsey. Wait a minute. Oh, I love when you're working from a concept and you notice someplace the concept artist was a little bit lazy. I mean, I really can't complain. She didn't even use symmetry on the arms, but this is just flipped here. Well, is it? Yeah, it is. Which is fine, except for I've been sculpting from one side and occasionally flipping, and now it doesn't make sense from both sides. I think I'll make this the front and make something else up for the back. So I gotta undo this. That's why it wasn't making sense. This metal body is killing me. Yeah, you could, and you're doing that with Z Modeler, aren't you? I don't envy those little bits that you gotta work on. There was one thing I was working on once. It's just like I feel like this is a tendency with hard surface stuff is the concept artist will just kind of like fudge it in some places where it doesn't really make sense for a hard thing to like for example moving parts like you've got a joint and some pieces that are supposed to be able to move together, and if you really look at the concept, and especially once you start modeling it, you can tell that these pieces wouldn't fit together when in the full range of motion, and then you just got to kind of make it up. Totally, yes. Yeah. um, I feel like to be a maybe to be a hard surface concept artist you need to know like either know 3D modeling as well, like understand how this is going to look in 3D space, or be like a no, have a solid understanding of mechanics. It needs to be like a some extra training or something. I don't know. Or maybe that's our job as 3D modelers to sort it out. That's why I don't like hard surface stuff. Like the modeling itself is awesome. It's fun, but following a slightly iffy concept can be difficult. Not to come down too hard on concept artists. I do love concept artists, and I think they have a lot of skill in areas that I don't and probably never will have. But um, Yeah, that's probably my one complaint about concept art. But fortunately for this character, the only hard surface bits aren't really gonna have any problems because they're tiny and most of them aren't even moving. Like maybe technically, this one will die on top of on that one, so there's gonna be nothing there because it's just two pieces and they're not even actually connected. So I can just slap one on top of the other, no problem. Yeah. So my concept's easy. Sorry, man. It's great being me. It's gonna look really cool when yours is done, though, Heather. Hey, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth the pain. But it was not, in fact, worth the pain. No, don't say that. All art is worth the pain. Maybe. We got one, two, three, and kind of a wibbly there. What am I doing? That's not right. It's almost looking like hair in some spots. That's cool. It's always nice to see. Alright, I'm gonna put this up and see how I'm doing. And yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about getting this like 100% perfect, but I mean, the closer I get to the concept without killing myself over it, the better. And of course, this hair is slightly different than the posed hair, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing, worrying so much about this. It might not help me at all, but I don't know. This just feels right. This feels like the right way to do it anyway. Yeah, that's what I thought. This little bit is too small. Well, not small, too um, coiled up, I guess, too whatever. are you? Why can't I grab you? Okay, whatever. I'm happy with that. Who is that little purple guy? It reminds me of, oh, what did I just do? Hello? Oh, there was this Flash game called Dino Home. My sister and I used to play together. It was like, probably no one in the world has heard of it other than us. But it was really cute, and I don't know. It was it was co-op, and one of you was a tall green dinosaur that could throw up fish bones, and you could use those as like platforms. Like you could throw them at the wall, and then you could jump on them. And then there was a short pink dinosaur who could eat. Wait, what could the short pink dinosaur do? I don't remember. Yeah, you could eat like apples, and then you could throw them up, and they would be like, those would also be platforms that you could sit on, but they function differently. And then of course the short one could go in places that the tall one couldn't go. This is not information that anyone's interested in or needs, but it was a really fun game and really silly and really cute. I think about it a lot, even though it was a nothing little game. It changed my life, that game. Dino Home. Throw up or throw up. Um, like puke. But it wasn't it wasn't like graphic vomit. Just like you could eat it and regurgitate it. It was just kind of like throw it forward. Throw it forward out of your mouth. I don't think you can play it anymore now that Flash is dead. I don't even know how if it exists. Probably not. I want to see. It's kind of hard to even find it. Oh, play online on Flash Museum. Guys, watch me get a virus live. I kind of just wanted to find a picture of it, but that's cool too. Oh wait. Oh no, that's from the same website. Oh yeah, here. This is awesome game. This is the game to me. It doesn't get any better than this. Anyway, I don't remember why I'm talking about this. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right, the comment. The little purple dino gif reminded me of this guy. He's so cute. Anyway, back back let's get serious now, guys. Back to work. Let's do ZBrush? I hope nothing crashed. Did something crash and I didn't notice? I suppose her hair is like the mist of death, right? That was what she was the goddess of. Mist of... Oh no, mist which fogs or blinds mortal eyes. So blindness, not death, I guess. So that's probably what her hair is supposed to represent, and that's why it's got like little eyes in it too. Oh, that's clever. Well done, concept artist. It's Eurydice, I think, in Hades. She has like big poofy hair. Oh yeah, she does, but it's kind of like, well, I'll show. Um, it's no, it's like a tree. That's not what I'm thinking of. Maybe it's there's like the little floating head guys. No, those are Medusa and they have snake hair. What am I thinking of? Someone has hair kind of like this, I thought. Maybe not. There's a lot of characters with like cool effects in their hair. We got like Poseidon, he has like watery hair. We have Eurydice with it looks like broccoli to me, but obviously it's a like tree because she's I don't know, a dryad probably. Um, but no one with poofy hair. Or there's Orpheus. He's pretty great. Not what I'm looking for, but I think he needs to be appreciated for a minute. I have a question. Can you guys hear me over that noise? I'm hoping it's not being picked up on the mic. It's very loud for me, but I know mics are pretty good at not picking up on background noise now. Oh, hi. Wait, let's read this. Rachel, noob relearning fundamentals and getting into 3D world. Architect by day and building experience and skills. 3 months CG Spectrum student a couple years ago. Living in Colorado near Red Rocks. I know where Red Rocks is. Well, I mean, I know Red Rocks. That's awesome. Hi. Thanks for joining. I imagine you doing a lot of 3D stuff as an architect, so that's awesome. Are you going to go and take more classes at CG Spectrum, or are you just doing it solo now? Colorado is I like Colorado a lot. It's kind of like a skiing state. I live in Vermont, and we're like a skiing state. Colorado's like a skiing state. So you guys, I kind of think of you guys as like the big, the big Vermont, the big Western Vermont. Your mountains are much more impressive than ours too. Siblings. We also don't have John Denver, so you guys kind of have a speed actually. Ooh, I don't like that line at all. It's not good. I think I'm gonna have to play Hades. That's the only solution. Get back into those vibes, you know. It's for work, I can say. I need to play video games for work. I used to tell my friends that, and they yell at me when I do. So you can't be calling that work. It's studying. It's important. They just don't understand. This is taking too long. I shouldn't be spending this much time on the hair when I haven't done anything else. I think Heather was just talking about this actually, or it's like the maybe universal artist 3D modeler experience of the just like the fear, the self-consciousness about how long each thing takes you. Like I shouldn't have spent, what has it been, an hour and a half, and I haven't, this as it wasn't even started today, and this is how far I've gone on the hair. So it's like everyone's so, I don't know, at least personally, I'm super self-conscious about how long each thing takes me. Feels like you should be faster, right? Like I should be able to do this faster. Doesn't matter right now. It's not like I'm doing this for a client who expects it by a certain time, but I feel like we're all united by that worry. I've never talked to anyone after saying that who said, "No, I actually think I'm plenty fast and I don't worry about it at all." And of course, a lot of the speed comes with experience. Like how when you're first starting, everything has to be by reference. Every little curve, I mean, in texturing, every single material, you have to be constantly looking at a reference. And it's not that you don't still have references. I mean, I assume even masters are still using references, but you don't have to be like looking over. You start learning like shorthand for how to represent things visually, like lighting, like thinking about painting lighting um, on a crease maybe. You know exactly what parts should be the lightest. You know where to put the gradient, where to make a sharp um, contrast, and where to have it blur, things like that. Where when you're starting out, you don't know where to put anything, so you have to look at someone else's drawing of how they drew that crease, where they put the lighting to make it look like a real crease. But then, the more you know, the less you have to look at other people's work, the less you have to slow down and think. Like say, it just comes naturally. I feel like that doesn't apply quite as much for 3D modeling because there's just, there is, of course, the shorthand. There's things where you know how to make a shape quickly and easily by just by practice, just by experience and doing it over and over again. But there's still like you still have to get those shapes in there. You can't just quickly do the brushstroke. I don't know. I feel like there's not as much speeding up as you can do with painting as there is with sculpting. Maybe I'm talking nonsense. Maybe it's just that there's so much to 3D modeling a character. There's so many steps. Even if you do get quick at one thing, there's still a billion other ones you gotta get good and quick at. Just something I think about a lot. I think it's really cool when you do get good at something and it's like fast. Like not only can you do it quickly, but you can do it. I mean, sorry, not only can you do it well, but you can do it quickly. Very cool. Very impressive. I can usually do something well or quickly. That's the level I'm at. I still don't like how it looks coming out of her head. That shape doesn't look right. It's all big in the front, but um, like I don't know. The form's not quite there. The volume's not right. How long have I been sculpting or modeling? Um, maybe like a year and a half. I did, so technically I did a little bit in university too. We had like one class, one like overview of Maya. So technically that's when I started, but I didn't touch it again until after I graduated a little while later. So I would say like a year and a half. Yeah, with CG Spectrum. Um, I took two of their classes. I'm just about to finish it. I have literally a week left, and then I'm done, um, which is pretty exciting. I love seeing everyone's unique processes. Yeah, it's really it's really great. Just like, and I love how many people are willing to share their process too, and it's just like you can see how differently people think about things, how art looks different to everyone's different brains. I think that's really neat. Like we shouldn't be self-conscious about the weird ways we do things. We should celebrate it. We should enjoy it. It would be so boring if everyone did everything the same exact way. We would just get the same art, the same movie, the same book, the same video game over and over again. It's way more fun. We shouldn't be ashamed of being weird, having different processes. I say being very self-conscious about the weird things I do. It's much easier said than done. I gotta figure this volume problem out. What's going on here? Did I Z remesh this, right? So I can't yeah, okay. I was thinking about going, down a subdivision level, but I can't do that because I use Z remesher. I forgot. Maybe it just needs more volume in the back. I think what I don't like is how tall it is here, and then it feels unbalanced with the rest of it. Because if it were to do that in real life, and it were that tall, it would have a whole bunch behind it supporting it, unless you had like a bunch of, um, is that gel? What makes your hair like stick up? I think maybe that's mousse. Anyway, the product. Let's say product. So maybe it should just be really big in the back. Maybe that's the secret. And of course, it looks really clumpy and weird too. I can't think of any more references. Like I want a reference of another 3D character where they have a hair kind of like this. I could have sworn there is a character in Hades like this already, but maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe I'm making it up. But I'm sure there's someone if I could just think of it. Just in like any similar style. It's gotta go do my real job. Fair enough. Yeah, you enjoy your weekend too. Thanks for coming. Glad you can make it. She looks so nice. Look at her. She looks so nice. She doesn't look like a goddess of the fogs that blind mortal eyes. The personification of sorrow, misery, or grief, and the goddess of poisons. She looks like she'd be a fun friend, a nice person to hang out with, a sincere, honest person. I guess she's sincerely and honestly the goddess of poisons and death and sorrow and misery. Where is it? Okay, I think I'm going to. I still don't love this. I think there's just something about it. I want like ball here and then it'll slowly taper out. But also it's got, curves and lumps and kinks in it. So how do you achieve that? I don't know. I don't feel like I quite got it right. Maybe I went into detail too soon. I'm gonna keep thinking about it, but I'm really hungry for some reason, even though it's kind of early for lunch. So I'm gonna go. I think I might actually be the only one in here right now anyway, so easy enough. In case there is anyone still listening, have a good weekend. Uh, Play nice and make friends. Go play outside. That's the real one. All right. I'll be seeing you on Monday. Bye bye.